Hello everybody, my name is Wilder, and today I'm going to be talking about Rune Factory 5 once again. Last time I made a video about this, it was my What I Want to See in Rune Factory 5 video. Now, it's no secret that that video caught on like wildfire. You guys loved it. Thank you so much for checking it out. If you haven't seen it, there's currently a card in the top right corner, so you can go check it out before watching this video. Now, when I made that video, I was full of hype, and I threw out any idea I had that I wanted in Rune Factory 5. I know that some of the points I made we probably won't get, but I was super excited. However, after seeing so many of you interact with that video and so many of you comment about what you would like to see, I decided to make this video. In this one, I want to talk about what Rune Factory 5 needs to succeed based on all of your comments. I've read through every single comment on that video. Seriously, I have. You guys are awesome and I love you all. So I'm going to take some of the most popular comments and see what Rune Factory 5 will need for it to kick it up a notch and succeed according to you guys. So a really quick note here before the video starts. I do have a Discord, and if you're interested in joining, there will be a link in the description along with my Twitter. Go check it out. So, one thing that I mentioned in my Rune Factory 5 video that you guys completely agreed with is that we need easier triggers for events. As we know, events in Rune Factory 4 were completely random, and sometimes super hard and painful to trigger. I've read a lot of your horror stories, and it's just not a fun mechanic to deal with. To help with this problem, someone suggested a way to keep track of events we've triggered. I think this is a really good idea, and with all the content Rune Factory 4 had, I'm surprised there wasn't a really good way to keep track of all of your events. Whether the events get easier to trigger or not, a way to keep track of all of them will definitely be a plus for this game. Now, the next thing that I definitely saw quite a few comments about is that the combat needs to be more engaging. Basically, Rune Factory needs a combat overhaul. I got quite a few comments that said you don't like how its combat basically consists of you button mashing until the enemy attacks, dodging out of the way, then button mashing some more. You kind of see the pattern that's coming up here. The combat definitely needs to be a little more engaging. A lot of you also said you want staffs to get an upgrade along with magic. Let me tell you something, I am right there with you on this one. Magic feels pretty useless in Rune Factory 4 unless you're trying to heal yourself. I definitely agree that Rune Factory 5 could use an overhaul to its combat and maybe even a class system of some type to truly flesh out those abilities and weapons. One thing I said in my video that I am so glad that people agree with me on is rival marriages coming back. This mechanic was in Rune Factory 2, and I don't know why they took them out. Maybe it's because they're a hassle to implement, I don't know, but what I do know is that a lot of you would love to see them come back, myself included. Rival marriages and rival events are super fun. I loved them in the past, and they need to come back. They let you learn more about the bachelors and bachelorettes of the game, they let you see another side of them. Not to mention that the extra cutscenes are always a plus. It really makes the town feel more alive and not like everyone is just kind of sitting there waiting for you to marry one of them. You know what I mean? Add a little competition there. The next thing here was probably the most popular opinion in the comments, and that is a lot of you want same-sex marriage in Rune Factory 5. Honestly, I agree with you, and it's because it's long overdue. Rune Factory 4 had a game mechanic where you could change your appearance to be anyone in the game, including Lest or Frey, depending on who you were playing as. But all that would change was your appearance. Everything else stayed the same. This allowed you to marry the bachelorettes as Frey and the bachelors as Lest. The one big problem with this is that it was only available after you beat the main story. A few of you said that it would have been fine only if it were available from the start. This is a mechanic that is long overdue and that would fit well into this type of game, and there's obviously a lot of people who want it, so here's hoping that it actually is in the next game. On kind of the same topic, to get married, you have to look your best, you have to dress your best, you have to impress. Now, a lot of people were torn when it came to this idea, and it is character customization. Custom eyes, hair, facial features, custom characters are nothing new to video games, but it would be to the Rune Factory series. However, quite a few of you were torn when it came to this idea, but I think the one thing that everyone agreed on when it came to customization was clothing. We all wanted more clothing for our characters and for it to actually change their on-screen outfits. I think this would be a nice middle ground for the customization debate, and I would love to see it in Rune Factory 5. I did not like the outfits that Lest or Frey were wearing. I just thought they were kind of weird. I would love to pick my own outfits. I'd love to make them, buy them, find them in dungeons. I'd love to have at least a little bit of customization control over my character. Now, the last thing that's on my list that a lot of you wanted to learn more about, and I don't blame you, is the Empire and Rune Factory's world. Rune Factory already has an interesting and engaging world, and they seem to be using it very slowly as the games go on. A lot of you said that you would love to know more about the Empire, and honestly, I would too. The lore in general is something I would love for them to expand on, and I really hope that in Rune Factory 5 we get some of this. The world of Rune Factory is big, and I don't know about you, but in most of the other games, I feel as though there's this huge world around me, and I'm confined to this small little town, and I'm only learning things from people who are talking about the world. I really would like to travel more and have the Empire more involved in this next game, one way or another. I think traveling would be good for the world of Rune Factory, and I'd love to learn more about the world firsthand instead of hearing little tidbits and pieces of information from people in my town. I'd love to explore some more, that's all. Anyway, there's everything I have for this video. These were ideas from some of the most popular comments, and I can't thank you guys enough. All your support on my last few videos has been amazing, and being able to interact and talk with you has been just as wonderful. If you would like, as stated previously, I have a Discord server where we talk about anything and everything, including Rune Factory. Hop on over and check it out, the link will be in the description along with my Twitter. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next one.